Breaking news from Sacramento. Republicans score a big win. California Democrat politicians cave in, reversing themselves on trying to block an important bill that would combat child trafficking with predators in the state of California. Coming up, we'll tell you all about what happened, the big reversal, how kids are now going to be protected, and how we won this important fight with your help, and how we can win a lot more fights in the future. All that and more coming up. Something to celebrate. I'm Carl DeMaio, chairman of Reform California and a California state representative, and today we celebrate. And this is absolutely a validation of Reform California's plan, our strategy to be more aggressive in the state of California against these out-of-control Democrat liberal politicians who've ruined our state. It shows that our playbook can work, is working, and that we need more people to join the fight. Now, those of you know, I've been talking about this on all my social media channels. I did a podcast about it last week. Last week, California Democrats killed a very common sense bill, AB 379. This would make it illegal for people to loiter for the purpose of selling themselves on the street. But more importantly, very profoundly, there were provisions in the bill that allowed district attorneys, law enforcement prosecutors to charge someone with a felony if they purchase a minor, a 16 or 17-year-old minor, for what you can imagine. I can't say it right now on the podcast because the algorithm and YouTube censorship, but it's okay. You know what I'm talking about. Purchasing 16 and 17-year-old minors. Democrats said, no, that should be okay. We shouldn't make that a felony. So they killed the bill that required that we allow prosecutors to seek a felony charge for purchasing people. Now, remember, Democrats are always hooting and hollering about slavery. I think when you purchase a 16 or 17-year-old minor, you're pretty much talking about slavery. But there you go. So Democrats had this bad vote. They first killed the bill in committee, though, last Tuesday. And I went into the Republican meeting at Tuesday at noon, and I said, we cannot allow this to stand. This is a hill to die on. This is something we have to fight. I said, I want a recorded vote. I want a list of names. I want a list of names of all the Democrats on the floor of the full body, not just some committee killing the bill. I want target seat Democrats to have to put their name on this absurd vote to kill felony convictions for 16 and 17-year-old minor purchasing. Republicans were nervous. So I came up with a variety of ways that we were going to make the motion. Many of my colleagues were very much committed to this path as well, but several of them were nervous. I said, no. This is, if we can't fight on this issue, we're not going to fight on any issue. So we called the question. And we forced it on the vote on the floor on Thursday. Democrats were not expecting it. They took the bill off the floor. They took various other bills off the floor, so they thought that we wouldn't be able to talk about it. I found Rule 88 in the Assembly Rules Manual that allowed us to force this bill, a conversation about this bill, on the floor. And we got our recorded vote, and sure enough, 55 Democrats voted to kill the bill. 3 Democrats came over to our side to do the right thing. So we left Thursday and we started immediately messaging statewide. The guy that presided over the committee that killed the bill had hundreds of people show up at his town hall screaming at him on Friday night. Assemblymember Nick Schultz. Oh yeah, you got it. I'm going to start naming names. So he got his rear end handed to him on a silver platter on Friday. But Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we were hammering Democrats with email blasts, press releases, bad stories, news interviews across the state, nationally even. We posted many of those clips to my channel. Many of you, thank you, by the way, for sharing my floor speech. It got over 1 million views. Over 1 million views for an assembly floor speech where I just tore the Democrats a new one for their deviant vote. And what the real agenda was behind killing AB 379. Anyway, so fast forward, I kid you not, Democrats were so upset by the public backlash, they tried to divert attention. They tried saying, well, it's not Democrats that did it, it's the Republicans. They started running this ad. You see this ad? So dishonest. Paid for by the California Democratic Party. Carl DeMaio voted against stronger laws protecting 16 and 17-year-old victims of trafficking. Assemblymember DeMaio protects his political party, not our kids. You folks are defamatory, libelous, slanderous liars. And that's what my attorney said in a letter to the Democrat Party on Monday, because I don't take this crap. I told Republicans, when they punch at you, you punch back harder. And you threaten a defamation lawsuit. This is defamation without any doubt. They basically are blaming me for the vote that they actually cast. I voted for making the laws stronger, making it a felony. They voted to weaken the laws and to make it not a felony. I mean, it's an open shut case of defamation. And that's what my lawyer basically said. The lawyer sent the letter. The ads immediately went down. But I didn't stop there. No. We're going to, again, make sure everybody knows how Democrats voted on this bill. We picked 5 target seat Democrats. Look at this ad. And we ran these ads. Corey Jackson voted against making it a felony to buy children for blank. There you go. We made sure people knew the truth. We hit them where it hurted, where it hurt. I'm telling you, Democrats are not used to their Republican counterparts punching back. But baby, get used to it, because we're now going to be a real opposition party, and we're going to vigorously oppose bad bills and fight aggressively for good policy for Californians. I sent out a press release slamming the Democrats. Assemblymember DeMaio retaliates after California Democrats' dishonest and defamatory trafficking ads, laying out the truth, announcing the 5 target seat members that we were going to punish. Again, we hit them where it hurts. We don't go after a safe seat. We go after a target seat where they could lose their election. We make it hurt. And guess what? Within 18 hours after all of that went down, the Democrats caved. They folded like a cheap suit. Democrats dropped their opposition to AB 379, and now we're going to be able to make it a felony if you try to purchase a 16 or 17-year-old child. This is a huge win for these kids. It is a huge setback for the traffickers. This is how we're going to take back our state. Fighting fire with fire. Calling the question, getting a list of the names, then running ads against the most vulnerable politicians, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. You keep doing this until we get our state back. Look, at Reform California, we are fighting the fight, but I'm going to need your help. I can't carry out these fights, run these ads, hire lawyers without your financial support. So please celebrate this win and help us get more wins by going to the website reformcalifornia.org, reformcalifornia.org, chip in a contribution of any amount, put fuel in the tank. And also, if you're not already on our list, sign up. We need to get you the information weekly on Fridays at 9 a.m. on all of our campaigns, all the ways that you can get involved in the fight to take back the state. We do endorsements for candidates in your areas. We give you a voter guide with the judge candidates, the school board candidates, a plain English description of all the ballot measures on the ballot, because you know how the Democrat politicians love to hide tax increases and deceive and lie about what's on the ballot. But if you're not signed up, you're not going to get it. So first name, last name, email, phone, and zip code. Please sign up on that website, reformcalifornia.org. Share it with your friends, by the way. Help us spread our movement, but please do chip in a contribution to help us fight. We forced Democrats to reverse course in the span of less than a week. And we forced them to do the right thing for these kids. We can do it a lot. We're going to do it a lot more, and we can do it on a lot more bills and get a lot more wins. This is how we fight. This is Reform California. Until next time, Carl DeMaio, Chairman of Reform California and a California State Representative. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. But before you click away, please subscribe to this channel and click that notification button so you get updated when we post new episodes. Plus, like this video and share it with your friends so that we can help spread our message across the state. Reform California with Carl DeMaio is paid for by Carl DeMaio for State Assembly.